Hey Aquarius, we're going to see what's happening the week ahead with this lovely deck here. And we're going to pull a crystal for you guys from this crystal deck here. See what crystal might be good for Aquarius, Sun, Moon, and Rising to incorporate within the coming energies. This is going to be for June 29th through July 5th. We do have a lunar eclipsed full moon in Capricorn happening July 4th and 5th. So we're going to see how the energies are affecting our lovely Aquarii, our Aquarius collective here. Alrighty. Oh wow, look at your cards. Your cards are like, you guys might be having a bit of a power struggle with somebody. There may be a bit of an impasse, but I think you're gonna get over it pretty quickly because the cards kept moving. That was really funny. Let's see what's happening, Aquarius. So first off, you've got Two of Water. And Two of Water is a card of harmony. Now, one of the beautiful things that's happening with this Capricorn full moon energy is it is helping us bring harmony and balance into our life. And it's helping us bring like domestic harmony into our life. So if you've been having a difficult time with communication, I know Two of Water or Two of Cups is generally like people immediately see it as like true love and soulmates, and absolutely that is one aspect that's going to be happening for some of you. But those of you that you watch my readings, you know, in the weekly forecast I kind of try to keep romance out of it, right? Because I do the monthly love, so I try to look at how the cards are going to apply other than love. And other than love, Two of Water or Two of Cups for me is a card about fair give and take, but especially having to do with communication. Okay, so Aquarius, if you've been having a really hard time communicating with your family or friends or your roommates or whoever you might be sharing space with, it could even be in a work situation. I feel like communication is improving and you're starting to get support. Like you're finally being heard, especially if you're someone that you feel frustrated because you feel like, man, like I don't want to be somebody that nags all the time, but I feel like I don't have much of a choice. I feel like I have to keep repeating myself, or I have to keep like pushing for, you know, to get the help. And so I feel like there's a shift in that dynamic to where you're being heard and communication is improving. You know, this is an energy that's coming in with harmony for many of us. Keep in mind though, because it's a full moon energy, full moon is also about releasing. Like, you know, we have to release certain things to open up to whatever the energy is bringing us. So for some of you, you may be having to set boundaries, or you may be having to, you know, kind of, I don't want to say give people warnings, but like they're going to know it's going to be clear. Like they got to step up or get out of the way here. Because you are entering flow, right? So they either need to be in the flow or, you know, kind of find a different current for themselves. The next card here, Aquarius, is the Empress. Alrighty. So this is major arcana energy. And major arcana energy comes in when we're at a really significant crossroads in our life, or we're coming into this energy of a new chapter of our life where we're learning a new way of being, we're growing, we're advancing, our spiritual team is surrounding us and helping us through some really significant changes and significant growth. And the thing that I love about the Empress, you know, she embodies just a whole range of personalities. Okay, so like it's even been said that she's all of the queens in one, right? You've got Queen of Swords, who's really intelligent, really sharp, really great with communicating, really firm, really assertive. You've got Queen of Wands, who's really sexy and really confident and funny in the life of the party, and she's successful wherever she decides to put her energy. You've got the Queen of Water, who's very intuitive, very nurturing, very spiritual, again, very successful, living a life of abundance. And then you've got the Queen of Pentacles, who's all about home, stability, security, working hard, but enjoying the fruits of your labor, like having like financial comfort, physical comfort. So the Empress is going to be all these things in one, right? She's all these different personalities. So Aquarius, you're beginning to see all the different sides of you, all the different aspects of you, your different talents, that you're able to put to use for yourself. But the thing that I love the most about the Empress coming up for you guys is it's really confirming the message I received when I was telling you guys. I feel like some of you are really tired of like nagging all the time. You're like, I've got to nag, or I really like I've got to keep repeating myself, and you've just been feeling very frustrated and that you haven't been getting support. The Empress really confirms the message for me that that dynamic is shifting and that you are going to be receiving support. Because one of the things I think of when I see the Empress is like people genuinely respect her. Like they're on their best behavior around her. They treat her with respect and love and support and like this allegiance. Not because they're terrified of her punishing them or throwing them in jail or something, although she has the power to do that. You know, she could do that. She's not like the Queen in Alice in Wonderland where it's like off with their head. You know, she has the power to do that. She's this supreme ruler, but it's just because of, you know, who she is and what she has done and what she has created, that people genuinely, like, they dread to think of hurting her. They dread to think of letting her down. Like, it's this heartfelt, sincere service. Like, they want the Empress to be proud of them. So, Aquarius, I feel like a lot of you are beginning to create this dynamic in your life. And it's coming from your vulnerability. Because those of you that watch my readings, you know you guys have had a repeating message for a really long time over the past few months about how like your heart chakra has been opening up and you guys are like more kind of vulnerable and like speaking up for your emotions and stuff. You're being heard. The right people are stepping up and they're giving you the support that you deserve. And then whoever is not meant to continue with you on the path, they're going to be falling away in this full moon energy. Your next card here, Aquarius, is the Page of Air. Oh, I love it. It's like every card is like continuing what I just said. I love it when that happens. It's beautiful confirmation of the energy that's coming in. So Page of Air is a communication card, right? It is a card that can be also seen about gathering information. But for me, Page of Air or Page of Swords is a card about speaking your truth, right? Speaking your truth, standing up for what you're feeling and speaking out for what you want. And I talked about embracing that vulnerability and being heard. One of the things is sometimes we end up in situations where, you know, whether it's a work situation or family dynamic or friends or love life, we end up in situations where we learn to put our feelings aside because we don't want to be seen a certain way. We don't want people to say that we're drama. We don't want people to say that we're high maintenance. So we try really hard to, like, you know, not complain and just kind of come off cool as a cucumber. Nothing bothers us. Nothing phases us. We're cool. We're understanding. We can go with the flow. But we end up silencing ourselves a lot. And we end up in situations where other people are benefiting while we're giving up. Or not giving up, but sacrificing. Other people are benefiting by the ways in which we're sacrificing or putting ourselves on the back burner. But you guys are learning to speak up. You're learning to embrace that vulnerability. It's not an issue of pride anymore. Sometimes we don't want to say how we feel because we feel like, well, I don't want to give that person the satisfaction of knowing that they got to me, right? You guys are over that. You guys are over that kind of, you know, fear or worry, and you're speaking your truth. You're learning to speak up and say, I don't like that, or I don't want to do that, or this is what I really need from you, right? Like you're speaking more clearly what you feel. And so you're beginning to change the dynamic. People are learning that if they want to be in your life, they have to take your feelings into consideration, right? They have to respect how you're feeling about something. So, yeah, if we don't make our feelings and our needs and desires a priority and own up to them, we can't expect for other people to take our feelings or needs into consideration or make our feelings a priority. So there's this beautiful power that's coming through the vulnerability. There's a beautiful exchange in that way. This full moon in Capricorn is helping us find any disharmony helping us find balance, helping us, create that dynamic in our life. And so a lot of you, Aquarius, are taking that energy and you're applying it to your interpersonal relationships. Whether it's your love life, your family, your friends, your coworkers, you're creating that flow. You're creating that balance, that harmony. Your next card here is the Ten of Fire. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. Okay, so Ten of Fire is, you might have heard it called in other tarot decks, the Ten of Wands. And Ten of Wands can be completion of a project. It can also be, having a lot of shoulders, a lot of stuff on your shoulders, being stressed out. And it can indicate something being done, something being accomplished. But the creator of this deck has a really specific idea of what the Ten of Fire or the Ten of Wands means. And it's illustrated here beautifully with this symbolic picture of this woman. She has these 10 contracts and they're all on fire. She's basically setting on fire all the old contracts, all the old karmic cycles and patterns, all of the old agreements from previous lifetimes. They no longer serve her, so she's done with them. She's breaking out of it. She's taking that burden and she's putting it down and she's saying, I'm not going to be under this contract anymore. I'm not agreeing to this energy anymore. I'm not interested in carrying this. I don't need it. Right? So that whole thing of, like I said, some of you have been silencing yourselves, or you've been worried that you don't want to seem like, high maintenance or difficult or like a complainer. And you're just saying, I'm not going to be in that agreement anymore. I'm not going to be in the agreement that I'm going to give all this and get this teensy bit back, or whatever it might be. So a lot of you are coming out of old agreements, old ways of doing things. Anything that is burdening you, anything that is robbing you of your joy, you're done with it. You're not doing it anymore. Some of you may even be doing a full moon release where you're actually full on like burning something. I know some people like to do that. I know I've been to full moon circles. I know I've done things myself also where you write things down on paper and then you burn it as the way that you're releasing it in the full moon energy. I feel like I need to say this for some of you. Please, 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 please hear me out, Aquarius. If any of you are doing a full moon release in this full moon where you're going to be setting things on fire, make sure you're doing it outside, not in your house, not in your apartment, not in your studio. You're doing it outside. You aren't near any trees or anything that's flammable. And you're doing it in like a designated area, right? You're using like a fire pit, or you're using something that is meant for burning things. You're following the fire ordinances or laws where you live. They're there for a reason, because I feel, Aquarius, a lot of you are releasing massive energy. And from my own experience, I've seen this happen. Sometimes when you're burning something, it could be a little teensy piece of paper. It could be a Post-it note. But depending on the energy that's being released, it can shoot up flames. It can be a very massive... I've seen it happen, right? So you might be saying, oh, it's okay, it's safe. I can do it in this area because it's a little tiny thing that I'm burning. Don't take the chance. The energies right now are very intense. They're very, very intense, and a lot of people are releasing things from lifetime after lifetime. So you don't want to take the chance or the risk of burning something and having the fire get out of hand. I cannot stress enough. If you are doing any kind of burning ceremony, make sure you're doing it in a designated area, right? Like here in Los Angeles, we have like certain beaches that have fire pits. If there's a place that's open in your area, like a recreational area that has designated fire pits, or if you have a backyard and you have like a little, like a bonfire, what do they call it? Like little fire pits or something, make sure you're doing it in a safe place that's meant for burning things. Because I really don't want anyone to, have any drama, any mishaps, because the energies are intense, like I said. We're going to go ahead and see what crystals are coming, or what crystal is coming up for you, Aquarius. And as always, I encourage you to check out your rising sign and moon sign videos. Some weeks they may resonate with you more. They might bring a little extra information. And if you'd like a private reading, you can schedule with me through the Calendly link. Alrighty, my dear. So the crystal that you all have coming up is going to help you guys with improving physical strength and vitality, increasing endurance and passion, activate productivity and self-motivation, increase enthusiasm and overall feelings of well-being, right? So this kind of taps into all that, caring for yourself, being heard, receiving what you need kind of energy, that personal fulfillment. And the card that you guys have is Ruby. Ruby is, again, it's fairly common. They might not have it in every single crystal shop that you go to, but it is one of the more common ones. I do know you can definitely find it pretty easily online. If you can't afford to get crystals right now, guys, don't get discouraged. You can definitely just do the affirmation here that's coming along with it. And the affirmation says, vital life force flows vibrantly through me. I am grateful for my energetic passion for life. Another thing too, Ruby is kind of a stone that comes up with protection, like to ground yourself, especially through like traveling. So some of you may have some travels that are going to be coming up in the future. Some of you maybe have been having a habit of involuntary astral projection. I know a lot of people are really into astral projection, and it's something that they work towards, and they try to like manifest the ability to do that, or they try to cultivate the ability to do that. And other people will astral project not intentionally. And for people that astral project non-intentionally, it's terrifying. It's not a fun experience. So those of you that don't want to astral project, Ruby can be a really great stone to help with grounding, to kind of help you stay in your body. For those of you that want to make sure you're staying in your body. Alrighty, my darlings. Be sure to check out your moon sign and rising sign, like I said. If you haven't checked out your channeled angel message for June, or if you haven't checked out the love readings for June, those are linked in the description. Do check them out. I will have the channeled angel messages for July and the love messages for July up in the next couple of days. So if you haven't already subscribed and hit notification, go ahead and do so. You'll get a notice when those videos are up. I do want to congratulate the winners of the June giveaway. The winner of the free 30-minute reading is Angelica in the United States. And the winner of the Angelite bracelet is Jackie in England. On July 1st, I'm going to post on Instagram and Facebook the giveaway for July. One person's going to win a free 30-minute reading, and one person is going to win the prize. I don't know what it is. I'll come up with it. I'll figure it out. It'll be like a tarot deck or a crystal or something. I'll see what I want to give away, what I feel moved to give away. And so I'm just picking from the comments and the likes on Instagram and Facebook. I just kind of go through and see who's been jumping out at me during the month. And I pick one winner from Facebook, one winner from Instagram. And that's it. You don't have to share the page. You don't have to tag your friends. You don't have to buy anything. You don't have to book a reading. If you see a message, if you like the daily card, if you like the pick a card game, go ahead, give it a like, leave a comment, and that's it. And, hopefully, good luck. Hopefully, eventually, I can give away more free readings as time permits. But right now, I can commit to one free reading a month. Hopefully in the future, I'll be able to do more. I'm working on it, guys. I thank you for watching, liking, sharing, commenting, and subscribing. I'm wishing you all a wonderful week. Take care.